Hello everyone, I am Monica from IELTS 9 channel. Okay, so here I am going to do all three readings in one video. How we can finish the reading within limited time, or we can say if you are doing more practice, then you can finish it easily, very easily within 55 or 50 minutes. Okay, then last 5 minutes you can keep it for transferring of answer. Okay, but otherwise I would suggest you that you should transfer the answer after finishing one reading passage. Okay, then you just start doing your another reading passage. Okay, now without wasting time, let's start. This is my reading passage 1, the return of the Huarango. Okay, so don't go on my pronunciation and all, because we are interested in doing this reading passage, is not on pronunciation, or we are not going to give here speaking test. Okay, so this is the topic, this is the title here, so you can see the whole reading here. The whole reading is like that. Okay, so you can always open this reading on your screen, on your phone, or you can say on laptop, then do this reading with me, but I will be showing in detail the passages also. You can do reading practice with me also. Now these three questions are there for reading passage number 1. First one is complete the notes, one word we have to choose, and 6 to 8 next other complete the table, means two types of question, only fill in the blanks, and third type of question we have true false not given. So what you will be doing, so I will start doing it from first type of question, because examiner has designed this reading passages according to the paragraphs. So definitely we will just find the location here from this location of this title in first or second paragraph. Okay, let's go to the first paragraph first. Yeah, before moving on to the first paragraph, let's find the keywords, because we need the keyword, any one or two keywords. This is the keyword. With the help of that, we can easily move to the location. So importance of this tree we will find, and 80 meters. So this is too easy to find, and soil also. Yes, let's move on to find this 80 meters and soil and this tree. These are the keywords, we can find it easily. So this is my first paragraph, and definitely 80 meters we have found it here. Okay, let's read it. But yes, location we have found, that is sure, and this tree is also there. Now we are sure that this is the location. Let's read the question statement. Now its roots can extend as far as, so don't leave any line, so always read each and every line, then you will easily get the location, easily get the answer also. 80 meters into the soil, can access that deep below the surface, can access deep and access, this is the important word. Definitely we will not get the same word, they can use the another word, synonym, or paraphrasing the sentence. Okay, can access deep below the surface. Yes, here can access deep below the surface. So this is the location. This is why Huarango tree is so suited to life there. It has the longest root of any tree in the world. They stretch down 50 to 80 meters, as well as sucking up water for the tree, and they bring it into higher subsoil, creating a water source for other plant life. Okay, let's read it. Underground can access, we were looking for access word, and deep down, sucking up water for the tree. So the tree roots can go 50-80 meters down and access water for the tree. Can access water deep below the surface. So we can write here water. Was a crucial part of local inhabitants. Local inhabitants a long time ago. Okay, local inhabitants a long time ago. Now we were looking for crucial for local habitants. Okay, this person name is there, let's underline it. Has been studying the role of this tree in landscape change in lower. He believes Huarango was key to ancient people's diet. So they were talking about local people a long time ago. A long time ago means ancient people life. Huarango was a key to the diet because it could reach deep water sources. Okay, local people to withstand years of drought when their other crops failed. Okay, let's read the actual question. Was a crucial part of local inhabitants, okay, a long time ago, means ancient people's diet they were talking about. I will show it to you. Was the key means crucial to the ancient people's diet. So it was the ancient crucial part of people's diet. Okay, now another third one is help people to survive periods of dash, prevents dash of the soil. So of course prevent dash of the soil we can just guess out, otherwise we will go for help people to survive periods of, help people to survive, local people to withstand years of drought when their crops failed. It means during the time of their crop failure they were survived to this drought will come over there. So this is drought. Okay, now prevents means something stopping from dash of the soil. Okay, but over the centuries, Huarango was gradually replaced with crops. Cutting down native woodland leads to erosion, as there is nothing to keep the soil in place. Okay, to prevent the soil in place because of wood cutting leads to soil. Okay, so when the Hurangos go, the land turns into desert. Nothing grows at all in this valley. Okay, let's read it. So how prevents dash of the soil, prevents erosion of the soil, prevents land from becoming a, yes, a word was given. So this is the location. So when Hurangos go, the land turns into desert. So everything they want to prevent it from desert. And here also cutting down native woodland leads to erosion. They want to prevent soil erosion and they want to prevent land turns into a desert. So because here it is given, but over the centuries Hurango's trees were gradually replaced with crops. Cutting down native leads to erosion. There is nothing to keep the soil in place. Okay, so when Hurangos go, the land turns into desert. Nothing grows so everything they are saying about this thing. So it prevents land from becoming a desert. So when you are getting location, it's easy to find these blanks. Okay. Next one is complete the table below. No more than 2 words. Here we can use 2 words. And what is the location? Traditional uses of Huarango tree. Part of tree may be stem, branches and so many things, leaves also. Traditional use, fuel, medicine and construction. Let's find this fuel, medicine and construction, these words, then we will get. So traditional use is for fuel, but what part of tree we can use it for fuel, that we have to find it. So this paragraph we have done. Now let's look into the third paragraph. We were looking for fuel and parts of trees. Okay, was vital to people of this place. They grew vegetables under it and ate products made of its leaves. So these are parts of trees. Bark were used for herbal remedies, means medicines, while its branches were used for charcoal, means fuel. Okay, branches were used for charcoal and leaves and barks were used for herbal remedies, means medicines. And heating its trunk was used to build, means construction. So everything we have found. Let's write the answers there. So fuel was for, I will just leaves. So it was given leaves and barks. And construction means that thing they were talking about. Trunk. Let's look at the location. So medicine, leaves and barks, charcoal means fuel, branches. Okay, and here trunk we will be using it. Now this we have done. Branches we have found. For another words they have used. For charcoal means fuel, medicine, home remedies, and construction, house building. So same thing, they were not using the word, they have paraphrased. And the parts of tree we have found it here. So with the help of part of tree we can easily find the location. and this also we can find. Now let's move on to the true false not given. Now next true false not given, as you know, true means when the same kind of statement we are getting, it means true. False means opposite information they are discussing in paragraph. Then false not given means same kind of thing they are not discussing in the paragraph. Now local families have told Vele about some traditional uses of Huarango. Local families. If local families have told this person about traditional uses, then true. If local families they are not discussing any traditional uses of this thing, then definitely not given. And if no local families are discussing things with Vele about these uses, no, not given. And if they are talking about some other things about tree, then it is not false. Okay, local families have told Vele some traditional uses. Okay, let's find it. Now we have done these 3 paragraphs. Now we will be looking for this person named Vele. Vele is here, and local people they were talking about. Vele needs to get the local people on board. That has meant overcoming local prejudice. Increasingly aspiration communities think that if you plant food trees in your home, it shows you are poor and still need to grow. He says, in order to stop middle ice age, Lower Valley is encouraging local. Okay, Valley is encouraging locals to love this tree again. It is a process of culture. And here they informed about not anything about traditional uses. They are saying something different. In fact, they are not talking anything about uses of traditional tree. They were not talking any traditional uses and all, so that's why it is not given. Okay, now 10th. Farmer Alberto Bivindes is now making a good profit from growing Hurangos. Okay, farmer, if he is making good profit, then true. If he is not making any profit, then false. If they are not talking about this person's reference for any growing trees and good profits, then not given. Okay, so I will be finding this person's name here, and then I will find good profit. So here this now next page we have done this full paragraph. Now I have come to another paragraph, that is we were looking for that person name, farmer. Yes, this person name is here. Farmers are already planting. This owner of Valley is only certified organic farm with Valley helped set up, has been planting the tree for 13 years. He produces syrup, flour, sells products at an organic farmers market in Lima. His farm is relatively small, doesn't yet provide him enough to live on. Means, okay, yes, doesn't yet provide him enough to live in means no profit. Yes, doesn't yet provide him enough to live in. Okay, but he hopes this will change. It means he is not getting any profit. Answer is false. So false. 11th. Valley needs the cooperation of farmers to help preserve the area of wildlife. He needs the cooperation of farmers to help preserve the area's wildlife. Okay, help preserve the area's wildlife. Okay, so here, so this paragraph we have done. But if Valley can convince the local people to fall in love with Huarango again, there is still the threat of large farmers. Some of these cut across the corridors allow the essential movement of mammals and down the narrow forest strip. In the hope of counteracting this, he is persuading farmers to let him plant forest corridors on their lands. Okay, he needs cooperation from farmers. Yes, right. Yes, Valley needs the cooperation of farmers to help preserve areas. Yes, he was needing cooperation from farmers to help preserve the area's wildlife. Oh, yes, this is true. Okay. 12th. For Valley's project to succeed, it needs to be extended over a large area. If his project to succeed, he needs extended over a large area. Okay, we will be focusing over project and extended to large area. If no large area is not there, then maybe false, some false information. Now, okay, in the hope of counteracting this, because they were talking about large farmers and he needs cooperation from farmers. In the hope of counteracting this, he is persuading farmers to let him plant forest corridors on their lands. So he is persuading farmers to plant more trees on their land. He believes the extra woodland will also benefit the farms by reducing their water usage through lowering of. It means he is not expecting any large area. He is expecting that forest corridors on their lands, farmers' land. It means false information is there. Yes, we will be right here, false. Okay. Now 13th number. Valley has plans to go to Africa to set up a similar project. If he has plans, if it is written that he is planning to go to Africa and set up a similar project, then true. If no planning is shown, then definitely not given. If he is planning to go somewhere else before Africa and all, then false will be there. Now in next paragraph, if we can record, so here this paragraph we have done. Okay, so Africa word we can find it from there. If we have few trees left, the population can grow quickly because it is used to, because one paragraph is there, we can read it. Water when it dry. He says his project word was as a model that has potential to be rolled out across arid areas around the world. If we can do it here in the most fragile system on earth, then it's real message of hope for lots of places including Africa where there is okay. If we can do it here the most, and he says his project as a model, but there is no planning kind of thing that he will be going to Africa and all, so it means not given. Okay, now let's move on to the another second reading. Now this is my second reading, Silbo Gomero, the whistle language of Canary Islands. Okay, so definitely I don't know about anything about this Silbo Gomero. What is the whistle language of? Sounds interesting now. So reading passage 2, 14 to 26 number question is there. Okay, so let's solve it and let's look at the paragraph they have given, and definitely we will go to the type of questions first. First type of question we have true false not given. Second type of question they have given complete the notes below. Silbo Gomero fill in the blanks is there. Okay, here surprisingly only two types of question. Let's read the question statement and definitely we will go to the location first and then we will find the exact meaning with this sentence, with this question statement. La Gomero is the most mountainous of all Canary Island. Most, definitely it is it's not going to be true because most word is there. La Gomero is the most mountainous of all word is also there, so very dangerous kind of statement is there, of all the Canary Island. Okay, let's read it. First I will be finding this La Gomero word and then Canary Islands, and then we will try to match the meaning of this. Okay, La Gomero, first word is in the first paragraph. Canary Islands is also there, is one of the Canary Islands situated in Atlantic Ocean of the Northwest. So first sentence is saying what do you understand? Is it is one of the Canary Island, but what they were saying, but the statement is saying is the most mountainous of all the Canary Mountains, but what where it is also not given. Of all the is not given. Definitely with this false is there, but this also they have given most mountainous. So here you can see is one of the Canary Islands is situated in the Atlantic Ocean of the, so nothing, they have not given anything. This small volcanic island is mountainous. Most mountainous is also not given, so it means our answer is not given. Two things we have tried to find out from this statement. We could not found the most mountainous and all of the Canary Mountains. So not given is there. Okay. Fill 15. Silbo is only appropriate. Again only. Appropriate for short and simple messages. So I will be focusing on short and simple messages. Is only appropriate. Silbo is only appropriate. So maybe another language may be there, but they are saying is only appropriate for short and simple messages. Let's find it. Now this is, yes, first paragraph we have done. You can read it. Silbo. We were looking for Silbo. From the, okay, the language known as Silbo Gomero from the Spanish word for whistle is now shedding light on the language processing abilities of human brain according to scientists. Researchers say that Silbo activates part of the brain normally associated with Silbo language, suggesting interpret sounds as language, ability to interpret sounds as language. Okay, but we were looking for small and simple messages. Okay, science has developed small and simple messages. Can we find message? No. Let's read it. Another paragraph is a substitute individual words recorded with whistles which have high frequency, finger in mouth direction. So I think they are talking about something, how to just blow this language. Words. Okay, words we were looking for. Because whistled words can be hard to distinguish, Silboders can rely on repetition as well. Awareness of the context, make themselves understood. As well as awareness of the context also they are talking about, means not for simple and short messages. Let's read the another paragraph also. Gomero are traditionally shepherds and other isolated mountain folk and other novel means of staying in touch, communicate over distances up to 10 kilometers. Explains Silboders are able to pass a surprising amount of, oh, this is the location, are able to pass a surprising amount of information via through whistles. It means, yes, in daily life they use whistles to communicate short commands, but any Spanish sentence could be whistled. It means that information is wrong, means they are saying something different. I will show it to. Here they are saying sentence can be whistled. Yes, it means false. Okay, in the brain activity, yes, this is my keyword to locate. Silboders and non-whistlers produce different results. If brain activity study or research or experiment, this and this, they produce similar results, then the false. If they are not talking about any activity, then not given. Now after getting location, we will find this word, different result or similar result. Yes, we have done this paragraph. Now let's move on to the another paragraph, that is this. You can see we were looking for brain activity. Brain activity, yes, study team used equipment, yes, brain activity of Silboders while listening to whistle spoken, and we were looking for this thing and results. The researchers found that other key region informal in brain's frontal lobe also responded to the whistles, including those activated in response to sign language among deaf people. When the experiments were repeated with non-whistlers, however, activation was observed in all areas of the brain. But okay, yes, result word is here. Our results provide more evidence about flexibility of this capacity in a variety of forms. These data suggest that left hemisphere language regions are uniquely adapted for communicative purpose independent. The non-Silbo speakers were not recognizing Silbo as a language. They had nothing to grab. Multiple areas of brain were activated. So where is the result? What is the main thing? No. So however, activation in, okay, let's read it. Results word is, results show the left brain, which is usually associated with spoken language, was engaged during the process of the research. Let's read it thoroughly now. Then including activated in response to sign language among, when the experiments were repeated with non-whistlers, however, activation was, okay, yes, all areas of the brain. And here they are saying showed left temporal lobe of the brain. So it means not similar. Okay, let's read the question statement. Yes, this activity, they were produced different results. So it means it is true. Okay. 17. Spanish introduced Silbo to the island in the 15th century. 15th century is the keyword. Let's look at the next paragraph. If they introduce Spanish Silbo, then definitely right. If they do not introduce this language firstly, then wrong. Yes, here this we have done this paragraph. Okay, now let's read the 15th century we were looking for. Let's read it. Spanish kind of thing, whether they had introduced this language first time or not. Origins of Silbo Gomero remains obscure, but indigenous Canary Islands who were North African origin already had a whistle language when Spain conquered the volcano. It means that answer is false. It means that answer is false. Okay, without thinking. 18th, there is precise data. Okay, precise data, detailed data, exact data. available regarding all of the whistle languages in existence today. Okay, let's find it. We were looking for precise data about the existed whistle languages. Okay, so whistle languages survive today, okay, in this and a few mountainous pockets in southern Europe. There are thought to be as many as whistle languages still in use, although only 12 has been described and studied scientifically. It means that is not a precise data. This form of communication is an adoption found among cultures where people are often isolated. They are mostly used in mountainous, or he says whistle languages are quite clearly defined and represent original adaptation of the spoken language for the needs of. Let's read the question statement again. There is precise data regarding all of the whistle languages in existence today. No, there is no, because only 12 languages are described. So it means what we can say it. Let's read it again, and let's read the another question. The children of Gomero now learn Silbo. Okay, let's find it also. Yes, let's. Okay, I was just talking but couldn't write it here. It means no. Only 12 languages are written and described, but there is no precise data about all languages. It means false. Now children of Gomero now learn Silbo. If we found children are learning this language, then true. If we do not find any language, Silbo language they are learning in their school, then not given. If they are saying along with Silbo language they are learning other mountainous language, then definitely false will be there. Then we can see the results. But with modern communication technology now widely available, whistle languages like Silbo are threatened with extinction. Dwindling numbers of islanders fluent language, okay, taking steps to ensure survival, okay. Silbo Gomero has been taught in all of the island. Yes, it means what is this? It is true. They have been taught in every school. Okay, school means yes, children are learning. It means it is true. Okay, now let's move on to complete the notes below. Of course, we will be looking for the keyword Silbo Gomero. Silbo is how it is produced. Yes, this word we were just come across in second or third paragraph. I guess high and low frequency tones represents different sounds in Spanish. Okay, so tones and high and low frequency, we can easily find the words. Let's move on to the starting of the paragraph passage. Now this is the reading. I told you we have read somewhere high and low frequencies. Your pencil should move like that, how I am reading it. Human brain activities remarkably. Yes, low frequency is here. Yes, when I was looking at low frequency tones. So we have got the location. Silbo is a substitute for Spanish with individual words recorded into whistles which have high and all. Okay, substitute for Spanish with individual words recorded into. Okay, let's read the question statement. High tones represent different sounds in Spanish. Only words will fit here. Let's find. So they were Spanish, substitute for Spanish we have got with individual words, but we can't write individual, we have to write only one word. So words we will write recorded with whistles which have high and low frequency tones. Okay, so a whistler Silbo puts a fingers in his or her mouth to increase whistle's pitch, while the other can be cupped to adjust the direction of the sound. Okay, let's read the next question. So here words we are putting it. Okay, when you will be reading this statement and that information, that location, definitely you can easily find the word. Okay, second, pitch. Yes, pitch. In the next line, pitch word was there. Pitch of whistle is controlled using Silbo's. Using Silbo's what? A whistler or Silbo puts a finger in his mouth to increase the whistle's pitch. So let's. He was using his finger. Okay, let's read the question statement. Controlled using Silbo's finger will come. Okay, dash is changed with a cupped hand. This also word, same line, is changed with a cupped hand. What is changed with a cupped hand? sorry, this is the location, yes. While the other hand can be cupped to adjust the direction. To adjust means changed. So direction word we will be using it in the blank. So direction word is there. Now next is 23rd number. Has been long used by shepherds, okay, and people living in secluded locations. So this word we come across in next paragraph when we were doing another question. In everyday use for transmission of brief. Now after getting location, shepherds and other, this transmission of brief, I will be looking for brief word. Brief means short, less kind of thing will be there, okay. So let's read the things. Yes, we were here in this paragraph. In daily life they, okay, sir, Silboders are able to, no, we were here, yes. Direction of the sound, we have done this. There is much more ambiguity in whistle signal than is spoken. Researchers, professors, okay, can be hard to distinguish, but we were looking for shepherds and other, yes. The traditional, yes, shepherd word is there, and other isolated mountain folk and other novels means of staying in touch, allows them to communicate. Communicate means transmission of messages over distances of up to 10 kilometers. Okay, so we have got the brief. I was looking for brief word, na. Okay, explain the Silboders are able to pass surprising amount of information via their whistles. In daily life they use whistles to communicate short commands. Yes, brief means short, and after, before and after blank words are really important to find the actual word. So brief commands they will give. Commands, okay. So 24th number, can rely essential information quickly to inform people about dash, okay. To can rely essential information quickly to inform people about dash, okay. Let's read it. Okay, has proved this we have done. These two lines are left. Silbo has proved particularly useful when fires have occurred on the island, and rapid communication across large areas has been vital, okay. Let's read the information again. I mean to say question statement. Can rely essential information. Essential means vital information quickly to inform people about what? I think they were talking about fires. Let's write it and then I will show you the information. Essential is vital, proved particularly useful when fires have been occurred on the island, and rapid communication means quick information they were talking about. So they were talking about fires, okay. Quickly also we have got, essential, vital is also we have got, so fires word will come, fires, okay. Now 25th, future about threat because of new, okay, the future of Silbo, and UNESCO is there, okay. UNESCO, I think it was in last paragraph. You can see UNESCO here in last paragraph. They were talking about, let's read the question statement. Threatened with extinction, modern is new, okay. Let's read the question. Future under threat because of new, okay, we will find it. Canaries authorities hoping to receive a UNESCO to help preserve it, okay. Let's find it. Both I have come to know. Some threat, new, UNESCO. So we were talking with modern communication technology. Now modern means new. Widely available, researchers say languages are threatened with extinction. So modern technology, new technology, they are threatened with extinction, okay. But UNESCO, what they were talking about, Silbo has been taught in all of the island schools. In addition, locals are seeking assistance from this, okay. Local authorities are trying to get an award from the organization UNESCO to get an award may be the word. Let's read the statement again. Okay, authorities hoping to receive a UNESCO award, okay, to help preserve it. Future under threat because of new, yes, definitely this is technology, okay. Now we have finished this. Now come to the reading passage 3, that is my environmental practices of big businesses. Of course 27 to 40 number questions. Let's look at the type of questions we have. So first type of question we have, complete the summary. Okay, yes, we have to find these words. Okay, second type of question we have here, choose the correct, means MCQs type of questions are there. Okay, now third type of question, yes, no, not given, and of course one question is also again for title. No, what? Okay, subheading, they are again MCQ. Okay, so now what question I am going to do it first? Of course, I will start doing it with first question. Big businesses, many, I will try to find, first I will just underline the keywords and go to the location and then try to read it, match the meaning, and then finally when you will get the answer, you have to paraphrase. You have to get synonym out of this box. In answer sheet, you have to write only these words. Okay. Many big businesses today are prepared to harm people and the environment in order to make money. They appear to have no, okay, to have no, okay. So what is the location word, keyword? Today are prepared to harm people, okay. Environmental practices of big businesses are shaped by fundamental fact for many of our senses. Depending on circumstances, a business may maximize money in short term demanding. So you have to read it not very thoroughly, okay. And unmanaged fishery without codes and for rainforested in places when government regulation is effective and public is environmentally aware may out complete reverse is likely to be true if government regulation is ineffective and public doesn't care. Okay, it is easy for the rest of us to blame a business. Okay, yes, we were looking for helping itself by hurting other people, but blaming alone is unlikely to produce change. It businesses are not charities. Okay, profit making companies. Okay, let's read the question statement. I forgot everything. Okay, harm people and environment. Yes, this was in first paragraph. Okay, I was just reading it unnecessarily. Yes, damaging the environment and hurting the people. Okay, this is the location. A business may maximize amount of money it makes, at least in short term, by damaging the environment. There is still the case today also there for fishermen is man. Okay, with courts, international logging company. Okay, let's read the question answers. This also we have got order to make money and they appear to have no what they do, because they are hurting people. They don't have what they don't have sense of, okay, offense that many offense of sense of justice. Business may maximize money. This is still case fishermen managed fishermen codes for international logging companies with short leases on tropical and sophisticated when okay can be may out complete once reverse is likely to be true, government is ineffective. Okay, so here they are saying today for fishermen in unmanaged fishery without quotas for international logging companies with short term leases on. So it means what they don't have any sense and all, because in help box it was given. So here it is also given unsophisticated landowners, corrupt officials. So these qualities they are showing that these things they don't have any look, they don't have any good standard, good etiquettes and all. They appear to have no funding, no moral standards, flooding. So this we can adopt moral standard, have no moral standard because they want to hurt and people and environment. Trees control, overfishing, rare fishing involvement, worker support. So we can write here D. Now let's lack of dash by governments and lack of public can lead to environmental problems. Okay, lack of lack of government what government can do it. Lack of control we can see, because if government is not controlling something then definitely it will be problem, but we will read. And lack of public involvement may be there, definitely lack of public involvement will be there and lack of control will be there, but before that we will find the location. Okay, here they were saying public and government word is also there. When government regulation is effective, when the public is environmentally aware, environmentally clean business may outcome dirty ones reverse, but the reverse is likely to be true if government regulation is ineffective and the public doesn't care. It means yes, ineffective means no control and no involvement. initially when you will get your first answer, then after then you will get all your answers automatically. But first for finding first answer in reading passage, it is difficult sometimes. Then here control and F, E and F, okay, can lead to environmental problems such as destruction of dash, such as yes, fishing they were talking about, but we will look it. Problems, flooding may be there, and this also, but let's read the problem that can happen, leads to death or destruction of. Again they are talking about environmental problems. So let's read the another paragraph. Hurting people, blaming alone is unlikely to produce change. It ignores the fact businesses are not public companies. But they are talking about environmental problems again. Here they are talking about something shareholder and all. Okay. Here you can see destructive environmental policies. Destructing these policies for creating conditions in the long run. Political, but no, this is not the location. So here they are saying can lead to environmental problems such as or destruction of dash. Can we, such as environmental problems they are talking again. Okay, let's read the paragraph again. Environmental problem is there. So here they have given environmental problem. Environmental, here is also their practices. Let's leave it because unnecessarily I will be wasting my time. Okay. Okay, let's leave it. I am not getting it. I will try to find it in the later part of this video. If you don't get the location of these last two questions, then definitely you can try to get it by just guessing out, because it's easy. So public can lead to problems such as lack of public interest can lead to problems such as funding no, moral standards no, flooding such as no, just because of non-interest, so no. Destruction of what? Destruction of overfishing, rare species, involvement work, no. Destruction of, we can write trees, be tree we can write, and such as what problem can occur. Problem, can we write flooding or overfishing? So let's H we can put God, because they in first paragraph they were talking about some fishing kind of thing. So I'm just doing it like this. Okay, let's move on to the next question. 32 number is, the main idea of the third paragraph is that environmental damage. Okay, now let's read the third paragraph. Is that environmental damage. Now first paragraph, second paragraph and third paragraph they want me to read. Our blaming of businesses also ignore the ultimate responsibility of the public for creating the conditions that a business profit through destructive environmental policies. In the long run, it is the public, either directly or through its politicians, that has the power to make such destructive policies unprofitable, illegal, and to make sustainable environmental profitable policies. Okay, let's read the options. Requires political action if it is to be stopped. Is the result of ignorance on the part of the public. Could be prevented by the action of ordinary people. Can only be stopped by educating. So this was also not given. And is the result of ignorance. No. So we can select requires political action. So political action they were talking about. You can see this. Destructive. Okay. In the long run, it is a public, either directly or through the politicians. So public they are talking about. So we will just write it, a public kind of thing. Public could be prevented by the action of ordinary people. We will write this. Okay, not this. In the fourth paragraph, okay, the writer describes the ways in which public can what public can do. Okay, let's find it. Here what public can do. Fourth paragraph. This was the third and this is fourth. The public can do by suing businesses for harming them, as happened after this disaster. 40,000 oil was spilled off the coast of Alaska. The public may also make their opinion felt by preferring to buy products by making employees of companies with poor track records feel ashamed of their company and complain to their management. So public can do anything. Okay. And governments to award valuable contracts to business with a good environmental track record. Okay, let's read it. So fourth paragraph was easy to analyze. Everything was simply they had explained. Reduce their own individual impact on the environment. No. Learn more about the impact of business on the environment. No. They were not trying to learn anything. They were raise awareness of the effects of specific environmental disease. They were not raising any awareness. They were unhappy. Influence the environmental policies of business and government. So they were saying in the last line, I will show you again. Public may make their own opinion felt by making employees of the company with poor track records feel ashamed of their company and complain to their management by preferring government to award valuable contracts to business with a good environmental track. So they were trying to change the policies of government and other companies. So yes, for this D will come. Now 34th, what pressure was exerted by big business in the case of the disease BSC? Okay, this is the location. Now the next paragraph where we have found this BSC. For instance, after the US public become concerned about the spread of a disease known as BSC, which was transmitted to humans through infected meat, the US government food and drug introduced rules demanding the meat industry. Okay, but for 5 years the meat packers refused to follow these, claiming that they would be too expensive to obey. However, when a major fast food company then made the same demands after customer purchases plummeted, the meat industry complied within. Public task is therefore to identify which links in the supply chain are sensitive. Okay, let's read the options. So everything they had explained clearly in the paragraph. What pressure was exerted by a big business in the case of disease? Okay, meat packers stopped supplying no, it was not given. A fast food company forced their meat suppliers to follow the rules. Was it? Meat packers persuaded the government to reduce their expenses. A fast food company, they did not, in fact, they were refusing to follow the rules. That is also not the option. A fast food company encouraged the government to introduce legislation. Encouraged the government to introduce legislation. A fast food company forced their meat suppliers to follow the rule. I think this will come or this. No. This or this. Encourage the government to introduce. No, they did not encourage the government. Okay. Then what will come? Fast food forced the meat suppliers to follow the rule. Meat packers stopped. Let's read it, the paragraph. What they were saying in this paragraph. Administration introduced rules demanding the meat industry abandon practice associated with the risk, but for 5 years meat packers, okay, meat industry, no, meat packers refused to follow, claiming that they would be expensive. However, with a major fast food company then made the same demands after customer purchase hamburgers. Okay, it means companies forced these meat packers. Okay, yes, I understand. A fast food company forced their meat suppliers to follow the law. This we can put it. Okay, actually fast food, not only one company, fast food industry forced their meat suppliers to follow the laws and all. Now next type of question we have yes, no, not given. The public should be prepared to fund good environmental practice. Public should be prepared to fund government environmental practices. Okay, there is a contrast between the moral principles of different businesses. Okay, where we will get these locations. Now we have left last two paragraphs also. Let's find it from there first, and if we do not find, then definitely from first paragraph we will start reading it. Fund government environmental practice. So this paragraph we have read. Okay, now this paragraph let's read it. Last two paragraphs are left. Some readers may be disappointed or outraged that I place the ultimate responsibility for business practices harming the public on the public itself. Public must accept the necessity for higher prices for products to cover the added cost. In sound environmental practices, my views may seem to ignore that belief should act in accordance with moral principles if a reduction in there. But I think where they are talking about, okay, government regulation is also there. All politically complex human societies, government regulation has arisen precisely, but it was found that only moral principles need to be public responsibility for the behavior of even biggest business is empowering and hopeful then rather than disappointing. Okay, let's read the question statement. Here they are saying public should be prepared to fund government environmental practices. Let's read it again. Now I have come to know the meaning of this. Here in this paragraph they are saying public has the ultimate responsibility. It means they should have responsibility. Ultimate responsibility for the behavior of even biggest businesses is empowering and hopeful rather than disappointing. Okay, they also talking about this. Public must accept the necessity for accept the necessity for higher prices for products to cover the added cost. It means yes, they are talking the same thing. Public should be prepared, must be prepared to wear the extra amount for the product for to fund good environmental practice. It means yes is there. 36 number, there is a contrast between moral principles of different businesses. Okay, if they are talking about contrast between moral principles of different business, yes, true will be there. So in this paragraph I don't find any rise. My behavior of even biggest business is empowering and hopeful rather than. My conclusion is not moralistic about who is right or wrong, admirable or. In the past, businesses have changed when the public came to expect and require different behavior to reward businesses for behavior that public wanted, and things for different businesses. So nothing, they have not given any contrast between businesses. So I haven't found anything like not given. I am putting it. Okay. So till now I haven't found anything about contrast between moral principles of this also I couldn't get. Let's read it because we can't waste time for one question. If we are not finding anything related, then you just put on not given. It is important to make a clear distinction between acceptable and unacceptable behavior. So yes, behavior word was there. Let's read it. So we can read behavior word. It came in the past. Businesses have changed when the public came to expect and require different behavior to reward businesses for behavior that the public wanted and to make things difficult for business practices behavior and that the public didn't want. I predict that in the future, just as in the past, changes in public attitudes will be essential for changes in business environmental practices. So that was also a future kind of thing. In the last question was there. Let's read it. So clear distinction between acceptable. So this they were talking about, but it is important to make a clear distinction. It was not given, like they were not discussing anything. So false information is there. Although they were accepting about what people want and what businesses are following it, so they were talking about it. So we can just put false for that. The public have successfully influenced businesses in the past. So this they were talking about. Yes. In the future, businesses will show more concern for the environment. In future word was there, but businesses will show more concern for the environment. That is not given. So I'm sure not given will come. But for these two, let's read the statement again. Last paragraph, I mean. Oh no, this is not the question. So in the future, they were talking about, I predict that in the future, just as in the past, changes in public attitudes will be essential for changes in business environmental practices. They are talking about public attitudes for changes in business environmental practices, but they are not talking about businesses will do something for environmental practices. It means our answer will be not given, will show. They are not discussing about anything, will show their concern. The public have successfully influenced businesses in the past. Yes, public, yes, they were talking about this thing. Yes, we can put it right here. Yes, sorry, yes. Now last type of question, write the correct letter in box 40. What would be the best subheading for this passage? Already they have given title. Let's read it. Will the world survive under the threat caused by businesses? How can big businesses be encouraged to be less driven by profit? No. What environmental dangers are caused by the greed of businesses? So exactly this was not the topic. To less driven by profit. How encouraged? No, this was also not the topic. Are big businesses to blame for the damage they cause? Yes, this was given in the first paragraph. We can put this. So in this way we have completed full reading test. Okay.